You're welcome. You're welcome. Ba-da-da-da. I could go on and on about every natural phenomenon. Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. As is tradition, we are in the process of setting up. As is tradition. You know what? Let's just for fun. Just for fun. Just for fun. Ooh. This one? There we go. Oh, we're a little stiff. We need more tracking. We need more tracking. Oop. We need to lock the camera. Locking the camera. Singing everything we're doing. That's not camera. That's not camera. There we go. Still need to make that shortcut. The everything shortcut. The everything. Oh, there we go. I was expecting that. The everything shortcut. Playing with my phone. Playing with my phone. Hand tracking does a good job of capturing such things. Twist around that way. Phone is now in the pocket. Let's get the other tracker going. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa's the tracker? Ooh, hey, we got a... there's a dance term for that. What's the... Oops. Bam! Hey, we are no longer throwing it back. All right, go us. Go team. Is that it? Did we get everything else set up? Oh, too loud. There we go. Did we... Yeah, I think we got everything else set up. Twisting, 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 twisting. The limits of our tracking here as we're seated. I mean, we can like crouch, stretch. The leap won't catch everything because I have it set way up here instead of like up above. I wasn't happy with the results when it was either on the monitor in front of me. In fact, I'm not impressed right now. What's going on tonight? But yes, I wasn't impressed with it on the monitor in front of me. I also tried having it hanging from the mic boom, which is right here. Here's where my microphone is. Looks like I'm reaching out to give it a smooch. But yeah, it just didn't give good results. Chest tracking. Did I try? Yeah, I think I tried the chest tracking. That didn't work as well either for how I move my hands. Imagine if I had a proper like harness for my chest tracker and my hand tracker, then it would probably work better. Yeah, then it would probably work better. Oh. Wrong app. Bum. There we go. There we go. So today's agenda. Today's agenda, the pitter patter of little feet above my head. All right, today's agenda is either cameras, UI, or Tiny Rusty, or a combination. Lots of pitter pattering in the rafters here. Must be rats. Get my earpiece in. It's funny, I have my earpiece in the not earpiece side. That is, the irony is not lost to me. No, technically, the earpiece is in this side. I just have my tracking mirrored. You know, Say what you will about the leap, but it can do this. we can cross over our hands for the most part. We can do the clap test. If my hands were more hand-shaped instead of flipper-shaped, we could also have better finger tracking too. But that's okay. That's okay. That was also an option for tonight's stream. An option for tonight's stream was give us some new fingies. I've done it on a test model, but I've been putting it off because I don't want to do all the weight painting. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge amount of weight painting, but it's an annoying amount of weight. Any weight painting is an annoying amount of weight painting. Okay. Tonight we are going to, a little bit of UI. And if we can get to it, I'm looking at my notebook hiding over here on my desk. Yeah, we'll just say it's over there somewhere on my desk. A little bit of UI and maybe some fun camera stuff. And it can be fun camera stuff that we are based on something we're already using. Hi. You know, sometimes I do wonder if I should do application capture here instead of screen capture, because then you wouldn't see my cursor. For dev streams, it's hit or miss. I think it's a little hit or miss for which I should be using. Should I be showing the cursor? One of the problems with using, let's see, this my other software where it pops up, where you have windows that pop up. You don't have to worry about it in games, but when you have windows that pop up, now off the top of my head, I can't think of any windows that would pop up. That's kind of funny. Huh. Well, you wouldn't get tooltips. You definitely wouldn't get tooltips like this when you do application capture. So you wouldn't get the tooltips, which is fine. I guess in Unity, do you really have pop-up windows? Maybe that's something I'll pay attention to tonight. Now, one way I like to stream is I also like popping up other software or pictures and dragging them around. You know, like, oh hey, look, we're using Winamp. You know, and you can't do that if you're not doing whole desktop capture. What do they call that? Which kind of capture do they consider it? Display capture, I believe. Oh, capture cursor. I can't hide my cursor. You know what? I think we might hide our cursor. Let's try hiding our cursor, just so it's not on here. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. I might not like that, but okay. Ooh, and we're not playing a full screen game, so we can pop chat out and you have you right on the same monitor. That's always nice. They have a wide. Is it ultra wide or is it just a wide? So I might as well use it. And also while we're here, pop up a link. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, and we should probably let the Discord know we're actually here. Bam. Okay. Where are we? Let's do a self promo. Is it going to give us the little one? It does not give us the little one. We're in streamer mode and everything. We're in streamer mode and everything. It is interesting when it decides and when it does not decide to post a little card. It is very confusing. I was just checking just to see if maybe it only posts the little. I can scooch this over. Ta-da! If it only posts a little. Oh, what the what? Oh, it's in streamer mode. That's hilarious. Discord is completely hidden. I thought it would just truncate the usernames, but it completely hides Discord. That is fascinating. Or did I? No, here we got. Okay. Interesting. It evades capture. Anywho. There. And we'll minimize that. There, all housekeeping done. Got a nice little boppin' 80s soundtrack in the background here. Bump that over, and here we are. Are we ready? Now we're ready. I think we're ready. Okay, let's see. Wait, what was on the to-do list? What was on the to-do list? Alternate camera, user interface. User interface is where we were going to maybe possibly hide. So that's right there. So let's go dig out that user interface and see what we need. The light controls. Canvas. Interaction UI. That is a different UI. Where is green screen? There we go. Canvas adjusters. 1. Okay, so here we have everything connected. There we go. Let's start off with the basic UI. These. It's like I know this is text. I'm staring at the text. But if you hide gizmos, right? Then all the gizmos don't go away. But then you can't see lights. You can't see hidden game objects. All that fun stuff. So it's definitely a trade-off. I wonder if you can have certain. You can have certain gizmos. We'll definitely get rid of text. Funny if they're misspelling text. Oh wait, there we go. We want gizmos. We do not want icons. And that is a change I should have made a long time ago. Okay. Oh. The canvas. There's our button to reset the camera. Sliders. But what are we interacting with? I had to refresh my memory on this. Okay, so the focus slider is a slider, obviously. Well, what would we want? We would want I would say we'd want the look at me. Not that it really matters. Let's do zoom. where do we put the fun code here? Bum. Oh wait, there it is, way down there. It's just out of reach. Okay. So on value changed, adjust the main camera's focal length. That's it. That is it. Now I do have, I believe I have in a script somewhere. We pin this. Pin. Lock. Nope. Cancel. There it is. Lock. Okay, so I do believe for our camera control script, we have something in there for the same thing. And we're going to unlock this. We are going to go to studio lights instead. There we go. Okay, so studio lights, literally just studio lights changes the studio lights value. It is currently set to 1.4. I'm just going to confirm whether the slider updates with the value or not. And the nice easy thing about that is I have the studio light controls right there. Okay, so it's hooked up to the light intensity. Right. Studio light controls highlights it. Nice. Studio light controls. Slide lights. Oh, on value changes to slide lights. So there we go. Slide lights is a function or a property. Well, let's find out. No, I'm cool. I don't need to be logged in. It literally just sets the light intensity value. That's funny. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I can't quite remember. Okay, let's see. Now we are here. Make sure we can see everything. And play with the studio lights. Okay, so moving the slider does in fact change the light intensity. But what if we do it the other way? It does not reciprocate. There's a way to do that. I do believe we just set the value back the other way. Or have an update where it checks. I wouldn't want to run that every frame. There's only so many things we should do on our FPS, and this is not super important that it does that. Okay, so this little UI panel here, which does show up in the game, at least in the game window. Okay. So what we might do is we might just copy this. We might just copy this for our camera. Just want to spawn cameras. I did see this a while ago on Deutsch Swift stream a long time ago now, probably in the spring. I think I made a screenshot of it so I'd remember it. But when you make screenshots all the time, it kind of is lost in the lists. But what they were doing, I don't remember if they were spawning a camera. Probably. Spawn a camera, fix it somewhere, and I assume they could toggle tracking on and off. And you can do the same thing in VR chat. VR chat has like opened my mind to the different possibilities for VTubing, for a little streaming environment, because they're almost the same thing. I mean, I think some of the first 3D VTubers were just in VR chat, or something very close to VR chat. Because, yeah, you got the tracking, talking at the camera, you can move around. Yeah. Back then in the wild west of, 2019. So let's try and spawn a camera. Spawn a camera, a Cinemachine, so it'll zip to it, and we will need to have, I'm gonna write this down so I remember. Spawn camera with follow controls. Man, I should upgrade the Cinemachine cameras first, but that's a problem for off stream because I'm using an old version of Cinemachine, unfortunately. Because they added a whole bunch of neat new features. I looked at the change logs and it's just like, oh wow, oh wow. Okay, so what we've got is we want to reset camera. Do we want to reset the camera? By the way, we'll probably need to add more buttons. So we're going to duplicate this interface and then kind of make it our own. But we want to be able to look at me in this case, which is the follower script or follower dealio. So what we're doing here, so if we look at this, we are just zooming in, I believe, the focal length. Yes, it is definitely focal length and not zooming the camera itself. That is something entirely different. But see, if you look now, you can see the whole thing, and we're zoomed way out. Let's fix that. Spout, but why are you so small? Reset transform. There we go. Look, now we fill up the whole screen. Let's reset it to. We're biggened again. Okay. Okay, we were shrunk down for some reason. I don't know why I had myself smooshed way in the corner. Okay, so just a refresher to everyone. The guy in the top left is our VC face feed, which I don't really need if I'm going to be using the Rustyverse feed. See, ta-da! But we're in a dev stream, so he will be phasing in and out all the time. But we can make him bigger. Or zoom way far away, get all fish-eyed. So there, see, now you can see more of what's going on behind us. Okay, I guess having the maybe having the cursor capture is a good thing. There we go. Ta-da! Cursor. So you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're zooming in and out. But the camera's not pointing at Rusty. The camera's pointing like, well, it's looking through the gremlin's eyes more or less. And so it's pointing off into space over here somewhere. Which is where we adjust the weight of the look at me. So now we're centered. Because now it's focused on our head. And then we can reset to just pop it back to original settings. Okay, but we need should reset camera? Question mark. Toggle follow? You know, toggle, maybe we'll add toggle follow. Toggle follow button. Because that'll just be the look at me slider. And then zoom, super useful. We should probably see, since it's going to be a fixed camera, if we use a dolly instead of, what are we using for his output? Main camera, green screen. Oh, we're not using a Cinemachine camera. That's right. The reason we're not is because if you use a Cinemachine camera, you have to set the priority of it. And whichever camera in your whole scene has the highest priority is the one that has control. Now, the cool thing is that you can bounce between cameras super easy that way, and it handles all the hard work. For instance, we do the Borderlands intro. Oh, which also shows up. It also shows up in the overlay. That is definitely interesting. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. But if we weren't in the green screen area, you would see it back there. And we undo that, and it tweened, it gracefully lerped or tweened back to where we were with our third person follow cam, which I also added a Cinemachine controller to so that we can do that. So we're definitely going to want to make it a Cinemachine camera. So when we activate, there we go. Activate. Deactivate button. I'm trying to make these buttons on an overlay, like our in-game menu, but maybe not in-game. Maybe, we'll see. Make them buttons so that I don't have to have a billion shortcuts. Although it would be nice to be able to trigger these with my touch portal, my external Stream Deck-like device. So we just need to find a way to hook that together someday. That is very much lower on the to-do list. You know, I am kind of wondering my screen layout here. I should almost have the dev stuff a little bit to the left side instead of the right side, and then have chat on the far right side. I think that's how I had it when I had my old monitor, which was an ultra wide. Not as tall, but it was an ultra wide, so it was definitely like looking back and forth, a tennis match. Okay, so this one is not. Oh, and this camera had to have all sorts of settings. Oh, there's our look at constraint that we're playing with. Which we should be able to. There we go. It's playing with the weight. You can see it right there. And the reset camera is probably attached to a script. That button is probably attached to a script that sets this weight back to 0 and the zoom to default wherever we are in the zoom. Oop. Okay. But yes, this main camera GS for green screen, took a very long time to figure out. A very long time to figure out. So we could have a lovely transparent background instead of having green jaggies when we zoom in, or even looking like this. The only thing that I don't have, because I just need to do some experimenting, is we don't have the effects, like the bloom, chromatic aberration in that. It is vanilla. I mean, we still get shadows and everything, but we don't get the cool effects, which aren't as evident here. Which aren't as evident here out in the open. Do we have? Oh, we had sunshine on this whole time. If you look closely, like at the top up here, you can see we've got some chromatic aberration. That's the color separation at the fringes. Some vignetting. If we're in the darkness, then you can really see the bloom where the eyes pop. There we go. There we go. We can just cast shadows. Okay. So we are stopping right with his head in the way. Okay. 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 So we're going to duplicate this just because I'm lazy. Just because I am lazy. Canvas. Canvas adjusters. Duplicate. Call it drop cam canvas. And we probably don't want it in the green screen area specifically. So we're just going to hide it over there for now. Drop cam canvas. Oh, and it went, where did it go? It went to like 900. 900. Let's go find it at 0. 0 seems like a good place to find it. It is hiding in the factory now. 0, 0, 0. Where is 0, 0, 0? Yep, right smack dab in the middle of the factory. That won't do. That won't do. Although it might be fun to be able to just drop it in the factory. What I should do is I should make it parent to screen space. I probably should. I should probably put it to screen space as an overlay. Let's see if I can find it. Ooh, or can we not have this many? Yeah, it definitely disappeared now. Is that our world way down there? That is our world, or way down there. That is. Camera? Overlay. Sort order 0. Target display. Display 1. Okay. Is it stretched? UI scale. Ah, there we go. UI scale 1. Okay. Okay. Let's see where our other UI is. This is where we definitely need to... There we go. Definitely need to look to see what's going on here. Okay. So there's our canvas. Blah, 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 blah. Normal and tangent are not needed. There. Constant pixel size. Oh, now we need to make it bigger because it's stretching funny. Good to know. Good to know. But yes, how is everyone doing tonight? I forgot to ask. How is everyone doing tonight? There, drop cam canvas. La 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 la. Do we only get one overlay? Or is this just huge? This might just be huge. Some values driven by canvas. Yeah, there it is. Found you. Okay. $19.20 by 1080. What are we setting it here for? Oh, good grief. Green space overlay. Maybe I shouldn't have duplicated this. Maybe I should have duplicated the other one and just called that good. Maybe that's what we should have done. Blueprint mode. Edit rects as if they were not rotated in scale. This enables snapping. Well, where are you? Maybe I should have just left this in the world. Maybe I have made a grave mistake. Let's just put it back in the world. Let's just put it back in the world. We're going to undo a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's see how far back we can go. Oh, getting warmer. Green space. No, no. Post stuff. Overlay. World space. Okay, let's go find it again. There we go. We'll leave this in the world for now. Until I brush up on things I should know. Okay, where should this be? It should follow us around. I think it should follow us around. Maybe this can be one of our main things. So canvas, no, not canvas. Canvas adjusters, drop cam canvas. We are going to attach that to the player armature. Doesn't that sound like a terrible idea? Yeah, we're going to keep doing these terrible ideas. There. There we go. Look at that. Now it's going to show up forever. It's going to show up forever and be right in the way. And backwards. And backwards, mind you. Okay. It does look kind of sharp, though, sitting right behind us, though. Okay. Let's go find where you are and find where we are. Okay, so we are here. It is obviously behind us. Let's get a little bit closer, maybe offset. We'll put it off of that side. Fun thing is, this should show up. Hey, it shows up right here. It's a little flaky because of the transparency. So Spout is fighting with the transparency. It gives it a neat effect, though. It's fighting with the transparency because there's nothing behind it. If there was something behind it, it would be perfectly fine with this. So what we need to do is put a quad behind it, and then it should be a-okay. Yeah, then it should not flicker when it's here. I think this is kind of neat though, because it'll show up, it'll show up in the overlay. See, look, it's right here. It's currently spazzing out a bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so let's capture these coordinates. Well, maybe. I probably will want it on this side, just so it's not in the way. Not in the way of whatever we're doing. And I can mess with the scaling later. It doesn't need to be nearly so big. Where would the scaling be? Here it is, scaling. 0.06. Okay. Now it is not quite so large. There. Yeah, let's just make it ginormous. We can, we have so much room for activities. It's interesting with the camera angles and focal length. The focal length that it shows up differently in-game and not in-game. Back it up just a little bit. Maybe right there. We're going to capture this position. Copy the world transform, because it'll disappear. See? And then we paste the world transform. Bam. Now it's right where that pasted the world transform. We did not want the world transform. Interesting that it did that though. That is interesting. Okay, we're going to try that again. Because I had it in a good spot. Looking candidate spam detected. Spammer. In my cozy little stream? It's more likely than you'd think. Okay. We had 0. There, let's do 0, 0, 0. Raise it up a bit. We need to change the scale also, that's right. Okay, drop it back a bit. And, that should be about right. I think that's pretty good. How's that look here? Oh, that is way too high now. Okay, that is way too high for... We're doing screen capture. I'd say that's good enough for now, as long as we can see studio lights. It gives us options. And we can always lock the camera to the side here. The other thing I could do is I could have it tied to the camera, which could be fun. But we'll go with this for now. And bam. Okay, we are going to... It is on the UI layer. But we're going to put on no post. There. We're going to put it on no post so it... darn, it shows up in front of everything. And it still spazzes out over here. It really shouldn't be spazzing out. It must be the translucency. Does not like the translucency. Okay, whoa, first. Nah, not first. Canvas. Text border. that is interesting that the whole thing is flickering anyways, even though it's in the no post layer. I wonder if it's going to cause issues with Spout. I do wonder if it's going to cause issues with Spout. For now, though, we will... Oh, wait. Here we go. In focus. Yes, change children. Does that work? Huh. Experiments. Yeah, let's just leave it in the UI layer for now. And so one of the ideas is that we will just pop this up and down with a shortcut key. It's like, oh, I want to change the settings. In this case, it says camera. So we'll see. Okay, but we have 1.3 and 0.7. 0.77. 0.348 and 0.771. I believe that was right. And we'll need to find a new shortcut key, even though I said we wouldn't have a shortcut key for it. Was it 3 instead of 1.3? 1.3. Okay. Reset camera. Look at me. Zoom. Okay. So now we are going to make our camera. Let's save this. Welcome in, Shadow. We are repurposing things to make more things. Main camera. Oh, well, it's even easier. I don't need a script. You know, I think I had this same surprised expression when I originally set it up that I don't need the script for this. Oh wait, no, here we go. And this changes the slider focus. So when you click the reset button, it also adjusts the slider. There we go. Okay, well, that's nice. That's nice to know. Yes, we are going to add in droppable cameras. So now we need to look up how to instantiate camera. Where is our instantiate chair? It is not in our script section here. Ooh, you finished a super big project, kinda. So you're waiting for it to be approved. Congrats. I had a fun project that I had to revisit this morning. I completed it months ago. It was merged in to the project months ago, the main project. And this morning my boss is just like, oh, hey, how do I hook all this up? Do you remember what we were talking about with this? And I'm like, it's months ago. So I had to go find stuff. I had to dig something out of a broken... I'm a developer, so I do the programming thing during the day at least. Yeah, I had to go find... I had to go find a broken branch. A broken branch in Git, reload it, figure out why it was never merged in with everything else. And then I add a bunch of code and hand it right back to him. It was a whole thing. It was definitely a whole thing. Where's chairs? Where is my instantiate chair? It must be on my... It must be on the everything script. Let's go find the everything script. Control lights. Here's our teleporter. Here is our character rig. It doesn't appear to be here. So where is it? There's... Is it delete me? It is not in delete me. Although it's never going to... Oh, 100 hours of your life in a program that may or may not be approved for the rewards. Ooh, the rewards. Ooh. Ooh, is it a bounty? I mean, obviously it's super secret. Working on a bounty? Those are always exciting. Okay, here's the camera. Here's how we switch between the cameras. I want to spawn a camera in the world and then move it around. Okay, I really need to know where on earth my instantiate chair is. Instantiate chair. It could be anywhere. I know it's not called instantiate chair. And that's the tricky part of it. My guess it's just hiding in here. Change markers, spout stuff. It is the R key, so we're just going to look up key code R. All open documents. Key code. Nope. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. R. Ah. It is player pickup and drop. That is not where it should be. That is 100% not where it should be. Well, okay, it started out that it should have been there. It should have been there, because I was going to duplicate an object that was being held. As, right there, duplicate this object. And it didn't work. So instead, we decided to instantiate an object instead from a transform position. Here we go. Remove later. For a club you joined, gives you rewards for making stuff. The mesh subdivision. Ooh, cool, cool. Remove later. Okay, it is on player pickup and drop. Got it. Okay, so we're going to make a fresh script, I think. And we're going to put it in the scripts folder so we can actually find the darn thing later. Scripts. I keep telling myself I'm not going to program this late at night, because usually it's after a much longer day. Free cam, dolly cam. What did I call this thing? Cam control? Let's just call it cam control. Cam control. Cam control. Cam control. So on cam control, we are going to use get the transforms. We're going to get two transforms. A game object. So we do want to duplicate the object. And then do this stuff. So I'm just going to snag this right now. We need an update. I don't think we need an update. Maybe we need an update. Because I'm not properly using the input actions. So yes, we will need an update. I don't think we need a start. Unless start is to make it invisible. Start might be to make it visible. Or not. Visible. That works. I tend to leave typos, especially if they're amusing. So we're not going to duplicate the object, but we're going to place object. And this object to be placed, we'll call it the instead of dupe. So we need a serialized field. Serialized field. Ooh, I should actually make it a... Should I make it a public? Should I make it a public object so that I can grab fields from it later? I probably should. No. Okay. Game object. We'll call it the object. I should really call it the camera, but it'll be the host object for the camera. So we got that position. The position is going to go to... Okay, this is the object, and then we're going to create it in a spot. But where is that spot going to be? Okay, we might want those to be two separate things. So transform. Hey, we'll call it the spot. Nope, game object, the object. We should not call it the same thing. Game object. Let's call it cam holder. Cam object. Cam object. That sounds good. The object. The object. Hey, so far I'm doing pretty good for this time of night. Oh, except for this trap track. It's a little sleepy time. There we go. Okay, so place object. Let's just do a good old keystroke because we're lazy. Yeah, let's do keystroke. I'm definitely gonna run out of keys. Definitely gonna run out of keys. Come on now. That is not what I... That is... It is what I typed. Not what I meant. If it's... Yeah, we are definitely running out of keys. Let's just do 6 for now. I'll forget later. Oh, wait, no, it's not 6. It is... Alpha 6. I'll write that one down. Pen. We will fix that later. Just like this code I wrote, maybe in June. Maybe in June. Maybe May. I am working my way through the VODs though. So if we go to YouTube, I've been updating the VOD channel. We are now, we just passed the SimCity 2000 playthrough, singular, from March. So I'm slowly catching up. The reason I didn't catch up much sooner, time, and other projects, laziness. But also, when I first started, I did not have the bandwidth. I was on fixed uh, fixed upload capacity. There we go. I was on slower internet, so I was streaming at 720p anyways. But then I had a bandwidth cap, not fixed capacity, a bandwidth cap. So I could not be uploading, 10 gigabyte of VODs. Yeah, not if I want to do any video streaming or game downloads or Windows updates. Okay, we are going to call it duplicate. Wait, no, that's the wrong script. This script. Cam control. Okay, so when it does this, we're going to call place object, cam object. Transform the spot. I think we have a the spot. Okay, but let's go put this script. Let's go put this, let's grab a camera object. If we're instantiating stuff, I shouldn't be using an object. Oh, we got a restore up. It's our first restore up of the night. Behold, I do need to make that a prop. It's somewhere in my idea list in my notebook to make a prop, a simple one that just says restore up. I should just literally screen cap it and then throw it on a stretched out cube. I think that'd be funny. Restore up. It'd be a redeem. Just spam the screen with restore ups. Put it in an emitter or something. I like that idea, actually. An emitter full of restore ups. Okay. So the progress is progressing. Something we can do with... Oh, I didn't think of that. That's interesting. If we don't want to attach this interface to ourselves, we can attach it to the camera. So basically, the camera will have its own access panel, and we can hide that camera from export. So it won't export with, it won't show up when captured, unless we're in dev mode, of course. But it won't show up when the application is running. That might be nice. Attach script. There, and I don't have to review the VOD to get my notes. I can just, to camera. Okay, let's grab ourselves a camera. Camera. Okay, what have we got? Camera. Let's do camera prefabs. Okay, we've got... Ooh, that is probably what we'll go with. Old-timey camera. These are icons. This is from an icon pack. I think I grabbed a whole bunch of these, because I knew I wanted to use them elsewhere. All right, in this project. So I made sure they were somewhere in the scene. If I were to guess, they are to the side of the warehouse factory. I know this one is. Little DSLR on a tripod. I mean, a movie camera. Can't zoom in on it. A movie camera with a monitor. Fancy. Oh yeah, there it is. The screen material and whatever its base material is supposed to be. So, do we want classic film camera? Or... Honestly, this one's kind of ugly. It is. It's a little bit. I almost want to do this one. I don't like how boxy this one looks, even though this would be a better example. And this one would be just funny. So this one would be better if I had a tripod for it, because I do want it to use physics, I think. We will go with this one for now. We can always change it later. It has a lot of colliders on it. Okay, camera. We're going to add you to the player armature because we're not doing this the right way. After I get this all set up and tweaked tuned how I want it, I will make a prefab of it so it's not going to be sitting like a million other things on the player armature. So that when I spawn it, it spawns in from the project as its own little package. Prefab, not package, prefab. But for testing purposes, let's drop one into here where everything else lives. And then we go find it. Ta-da! Ah, the collisions. It's colliding with the camera. I have to put it on a different layer so the camera does not collide with it. You can see how it's in the way. Fighting. Fighting for control. Okay, what have we been calling this? Drop cam. I should probably call the actual script a drop cam also. Okay, we are going to add a component. Camera. Cinemachine. Dolly camera. Or a virtual camera. I guess it would be a free look camera. A dolly camera would be nice, but it has a cart and a track. Interesting. So we've got our free look camera. Call this drop cam camera. And it is looking the wrong way. Hello there. Hello. That's funny. Priority, we're gonna set this to priority like 30. Or should it be priority 0? I forget how that works. Is it a bigger number? Okay. Priority 0. Bigger number. Bigger priority. Okay. Okay, so follow, I think it stalks you, and look at it, looks at you. So the look at is going to be Rusty's neck. Yeah, I should really have an object at neck height, but it's just gonna be the whole dude. What happens if... no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. Because what happens if I'm not... I just have to switch between them. So what if I want player camera root? There we go. That's easier. Makes more sense too. Look at player camera root, and we'll just offset it. Yep. There we go. We can change this somewhere in here. Somewhere in here we can change things. Ah, there's a lot of settings here. Okay, aim composer, that's good. Look at override. Maybe that's what we should be switching. For now, we'll leave it as look at. Why not? It can follow us around. We should probably test it anyways. Drop camera. You should be up here. Oh, look at that. It's already working beautifully. That camera gizmo is definitely in the way though. We'll put it right there so the rotations line up. Clipping. Near clip plane. Make just a smidge more so we're not getting the camera model itself. Oh, and what would be fun is if we had... Really? It's all one thing? Ah, oh, that's a bummer. I will have to find a different thing. I think what we'll do is we'll find or make the tripod. You see me? Yeah. But then we'll put the old-timey camera on top. And then the follow cam will follow. I just need a rotation constraint on it. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Oops. Well, we gotta stretch and take a little break here. I have to send a text. Okay, so we've got that. This is annoying. We should... In world space, we won't be able to see it. It would have to be an overlay. For now, we will just have it follow us around. Let's test out, see how it works though. Drop cam, object drop. Here we go, object grab point. I knew I had this. Okay, so the object grab point. Excellent. That is important for our script. But our script is going to go here. Cam control. Should be drop cam control. Oops. That's okay. That's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. Drop cam control. There you go. And now you're named properly. The perks of doing things through the editor. It handles all the renaming for you. Drop that on there. Maybe. There it is. Cam control. Put it at the bottom. No? It is at the bottom. Okay, so on my cam control script, we want... Where's that spot? Object grab point to be the spot. The camera object is going to be... where'd you go? Drop cam camera. Nope, I messed up. Remove script. Remove component. You can't go there. You have to go where all the other stuff goes. For now. For now. We gotta put you way down here. You are in my massive control lights object. Because if I make the camera invisible, I can't access the script. Okay, object grab point is the spot. Drop cam camera. Nope. Drop cam is the object. So it'll grab the object, this 3D object, with the camera attached to it, and with any other stuff attached to the camera. So now, okay, place cam object. It'll instantiate. I should probably make it visible. Sync transforms. We do have to add physics to it. True. Okay, so if that's 6, just for fun, we're gonna make alpha 5 because we're testing things. Alpha 5 is going to be setting the priority. Let's see how do we do that? Nope, this works just fine. Okay. Actually, set active true will automatically set the priority. So what we're going to do is we're going to toggle it back off. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about that. Messy. Oh, messy. Really messy if we have more than one. So this is absolutely for testing. Yeesh. This will be interesting. Let's see who fights for dominance. We're going to make the cameras fight for dominance. This actually sounds kind of interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do right here is we are indeed going to set the priority to like 30? Let's make it 19. I think the Borderlands camera is set to... the Borderlands camera is set to 20, I believe. So let's do that. And then we're going to hide the drop cam. Just like we should hide the drop cam canvas for now. Save all this. And test it out. So it has a look at. This is gonna be interesting. Let's teleport somewhere. This is a good somewhere. This is a good somewhere. Okay. So. Yeah, the warehouse lights. Okay, so we have a spot in front of us, and that spot is going to spawn a camera and then point it right at us. Let's give ourselves a little, there we go. Now it's going to be in front of us facing this way. So, oh, that is cool. Okay, so it spawned a camera. You can't tell, but this is going to be weird. Oh no, I did mess up. Okay. Well, did I? I didn't need to have it on me. I didn't need to have it on me. Oh, this is amusing as hell, though. Why do we keep buzzing in and out of focus, I wonder? Like right there. Neat. It's following us around. I don't know why we keep. I'll have to put a focus clamp on it. Otherwise, we're gonna have things like this. Okay. Oh, testing. Testing is fun. Yeah, I think we're just going in and out of its focus, its focal length, because it does not auto track the focus. I had to write a script for that. I had to connect things, which kind of makes sense. It depends on what kind of camera you want. If you want a follow cam, or if you want a stationary cam. So maybe instead of having, ooh, that's a good point. I should have it be two separate cameras. I spawn either a follow cam or a dolly cam. Would it be dolly cam? They're the same thing though. They're the same thing except, well, not a follow cam, sorry, a tracking camera, we'll call it. They're the same thing except I should just toggle on and off the point constraint. So I can walk past it, like, you know, walk across the screen like this. That doesn't make sense. You can't see that. Or it'll track and move, you know, move with me like it just was. All right. Let's get the drop cam out of there because it doesn't need to be in there. Yeah, it doesn't, because it's automatically going to be plopped right in front of wherever I am. Let's throw it down here for now. That makes way more sense. Yeah, it doesn't matter where it is. Make it visible here for a second. Now it's way over there. Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay, so it is here. It will track us. We're going to leave this visible. But we don't need to make the object. We need to make the instantiated object visible. Visual Studio. So we don't want this here. And we definitely don't want this to be there. We want the duplicated object. There. So now the camera will be placed. Yes. Okay. I should make this one a refocus button. Refocus. We'll have no way of getting the duplicated game object if we're instantiating it. I'll just add that as a note then. Yeah, because the duplicated game objects all are within here. So what I would need to do is have something on the game object itself that maybe I can interact with, and it'll adjust the focusing. But for now, I think I would want to have it autofocus. Let's see what it's got. That would help. All right, focus distance is 10. Where is depth of field? Okay, so we want depth of field, y-axis. Oh, that's interesting. It's free look. We did use a free look. So we can control it. We can, oh, that's an unintended consequence. I did not realize that at all. Whoops. So we do want a Dalicam. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Simple follow with world up. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we're using the composer. Where is our... Why am I not seeing it? The focus distance is 10. Oh, I suppose it is using our post-processing by default. Yeah, it must be using post-processing by default, and that's why it went way out of focus. Okay, the confusing thing is why where's my chat quad idea. Intro container, intro container, intro cam. What are you? You are just a regular virtual camera. Why didn't I just use a regular virtual camera? Because then I can control... Oh. Oh, Cinemachine volume script. Volume settings. Focus tracking. Look at target. Yeah, I should have just made a different camera. I should have made a Cinemachine virtual camera instead of the one that I did. It would have less issues, apparently, because I can put the look at target right there. Hmm. Hmm. And add a camera offset. Okay, okay, okay. Machine virtual camera. And it was priority 20, so okay. Well, let's see how this one looks anyways, with the changes. We definitely want to change it to this one, though. One thing, then we can adjust the look at separately. Oh, hi there. You were supposed to be invisible. You were supposed to be invisible. There we go. Let's make it a little bigger. Where should we go? Where should we go, guys? You know, this isn't the most terrible spot. This isn't the most terrible spot. So let's put the camera right here. We can look around a little bit, I think. Except we have conflicting cameras now. We're still moving the other camera. The third person follow camera. But look at this. I mean, it would make way more sense on a larger screen, but oops. It's still out there. We definitely need that disable camera. Disable camera script. Yeah. That should be easy enough. We'll just make it a public. Look at, we're way out here now. Okay. That needs fixing. That absolutely needs fixing. We need something to delete it. To garbage collect it. This is fun so far. Oh, we didn't take a look at it. We didn't take a look at it. Ooh, fun thing. We'll put an interactable on it. We'll put a toggle. We'll put a toggle on. Initial state is off. Drop cam is going to be the object. Turn on, turn off. Simple solutions. Simple solutions. Let's go outside. It'll be easier to see what is going on when we're outside. Ta-da! Outside. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to go over here. We're going to place the camera. So we should see it placed. What did we just break? What did we just break? So there's one placed over there. We broke something. Initial state. Oh. Initial state on. That's probably it. Let's try that again. Zoom way out for effect. There, that was the problem. My script was setting the default to off. So now we should be able to go way out there. Look it. Look it, it's tracking us. And we're walking off in the distance. How do we swap? Can we swap cameras? No, it has too high of a priority. That's interesting. Okay, we'll have to have it lower priority than the FPS camera. That's not cool. Because I still want to be able to swap between the different cameras. But look, now we have a camera tracking us. Now when we're close, it doesn't seem like it's that different. But the beauty is definitely like, look, now we're running way off in the distance. See? Hello. Love it. Love it. But the problem is we cannot turn it off because our interaction script will definitely not let us. Because we can't look at it. We can't look at it. Now, if I go down to the hierarchy, I can just see where the drop cam is, and I can manually disable it. Which is not what we wanted to do. Yeah, it's not quite how we wanted to do it. Okay. Success. Success. We have a follow camera. We have a follow camera that we can plop down wherever. I didn't test making more than one. Okay, but I do need to find our FPS camera. Where is our FPS camera? Player follow camera, that's that one. That is a priority of 10. Will this work? I'm not sure if this will work. I'm a little rusty at this. Do we need to set it on? Let's find out. It might give me an error. I don't have it set at runtime. Oh, we are currently looking at it, so we could turn it off right now. Oh, that is brilliant. We can't turn it back on, though. We can't turn it back on. But we could go elsewhere. Let's see, let's get out of here. Okay. If we run way over here, and we set up a camera, floating in space. Floating in space, right there. There's now a camera. There's now a camera. Oh, I didn't set the priority properly. I didn't set the priority properly. You can see it casts a shadow. That's kind of awkward. Kind of awkward. So we're gonna run away. Okay, so our player follow camera is a priority of 10. What is our FPS camera? I think it's one higher, probably one higher. FPS cam is priority of 19. Okay, so we're gonna make the follow cam, or no, the newest camera, less than 19. Drop camera, 19. Let's make it 15 just for fun. We're getting there. We're getting there. I kind of like the Cinemachine free look because you can use the mouse and wiggle it around a little bit. It's kind of fun. Okay, so let's go outside now and try that out again. Just outside because it's brighter. I do need to add my studio controls for inside the whole warehouse. Okay. Zoom way out. Our lovely dragon skull. Place the camera. Hello. We can turn it off right away, which is handy. Why is the camera so tall? Oh, there we are. Off in the distance. Hello. So what we should be able to do is come back to it. Back to the camera. First person, point of view. Where is this camera floating? There it is. And turn it off. And now we're back to... Ta-da! Another thing would be to just adjust a priority. That would probably be the smart thing to do. To toggle the priority back and forth. What if we make multiple of these things? So we got one of those. And we go put one over here. Now we have multiple. multiple cameras, and theoretically they can all be toggled on or off. So if we toggle off this one, oh wow, that was. Come here, come here. Where are you? Where are you, giant camera in the sky? And why the heck are you way up there anyways? Okay, that didn't work. Bam. Bam. Issues. But overall, extremely pleased. Extremely pleased with the progress we made today. We have a drop cam. I think I do want to get rid of... I do want to swap out which kind of camera it is, though. And let's, instead of refocusing, should the game object be the camera, or should it be... Yeah, I guess it would just remove all cameras, wouldn't it? It would just destroy. Destroy. Cam object. This object. This camera. Dot, is there a destroy? Is destroyed. What is it? Unload? Wait, how do you destroy something? Unity unload game object. Destroy game object. Oh, it's literally just destroy game object. That is super easy. Okay. It destroys the whole... Destroy. And game object. There. Well, that's way easier. So this should destroy all of the free cams. Bam. Theoretically. Yeah, we'll definitely add more controls with the interface. Definitely add more controls with the interface. Simple controller things. Okay, we definitely need to bump up the lighting in here. That is something that definitely needs to be adjusted. Okay, so we got the camera. Okay, what was attach script to camera? Oh, not script. Attach canvas. That would give us even more control. Okay, we are going to change the type of camera, though. I think. Let's make a new one. Send a machine. There's virtual camera. Drop cam. Drop cam. Focus distance. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Except we're going to add a different look at script. Where is our different look at script? Main camera. Here we go. Nope, that's not the right main camera. Player follow camera. How many different cameras do we have? Okay, here we go. It's following us, and it's looking at. It's almost the same thing we had. And where's our one with all the fancy scripts on it? Is that our? That one is this one, the intro cam. That has all the fun scripts on it. Depth of field even. And here we go, the camera offset. That was nice and important. Apply after aim. So that's what shifts Rusty over to the side of the screen. Finish my soda here. No sense letting a good ginger ale go to waste. So here's definitely where I could have a the volume settings and then just get rid of the depth of field if I wanted to, or control the depth of field by linking the focus distance with the distance from me to the object to always keep me in focus. Yeah, I definitely think I might want two different cameras. But I want to be able to turn the look at on and off. So right here, focus tracking, look at target, follow target, none. Ah. I wonder if I can expose this to a simple. Why do I want to make it? Why do I want to toggle it? Why don't I just make two cameras and just switch between a fixed camera and a following or a look at tracking? Think of tracking, focus tracking. Oh, the focus tracking. It is focus track. Welcome in, Nix. Welcome in, Wisco fact. Oh, I had one earlier today. What was it? Ooh, I took a screenshot. On one of the rare times I was on Facebook. Did we lose music? No, we just have very quiet music. So, I knew this. I just forgot the name of the studio. So, I'm going to look down at my phone here for a bit. There's a very rundown building in Madison. We're all running a simulation within a building inside Wisco. This is true. Wisco with a capital C-O. Oh, one of the things I want to add is with the Wisco fact, at least when I'm running Rustyverse, it pops up and an image of Wisconsin pops up behind me. So I can use the laser pointer feature to point out where these things are. Because we can't always use the hand. Because hi, I'm up in the corner, and right now Wisconsin would be like sideways. Okay, let's get outside though. Outside. Here we are. I'm gonna go way over here. So we did a new thing. Now I can run away. There. Now I can run away. We spawned a camera. It's a little up in the air though, so. So the Wisco fact is a rundown building. I was gonna hold up my phone and show you. that wouldn't work out so well. The Wisco fact is there is a dilapidated now, at one time a recording studio in Madison, Wisconsin. That's our state capital. It is. Can I right? Well, the hand is backwards, so it's like right there near the bottom of the state, middle bottom of the state. There's a recording studio, a historic music location. Countless bands recorded music there, including Smashing Pumpkins, Garbage, Soul Asylum, Everclear, Fall Out Boy, and Nirvana. Yes. And when did it go? Yeah, I drove past it fairly recently, and it's in pretty sad shape. I know at one point it got hit with a vehicle. It's just this 2-story brick building. Not super big. But yeah, it's pretty cool that we have a place like that. It's like a really crummy looking building. You wouldn't think, especially now, but even 30 years ago, it still looked pretty dilapidated. But it was a recording studio for a number of cool bands at the time in the 90s. Yeah. Oh, in fact, I was gonna scroll the screenshot on Facebook here. We're coming up on an anniversary of the release of Nevermind by Nirvana in 1991. I mean, I guess the anniversary would be to the day. That's not really was that 34 years? No wonder Nirvana's on the classic rock stations. Jeez. I mean, it has been for a long time too. But look at it, we can hide behind objects now. Ta-da! And then run around. Because we're on a tracking camera here. Oh man, that would be cool just to have that much history. And I mean, I would always love to have a historical building, especially something like a factory, which was once a factory. There are several within like a half hour to an hour drive, historic-y type buildings, probably within an hour, I would say. They are out of my price range. They're not hideously expensive, but they're definitely out of my price range. But I think it'd just be cool to have an old factory as my base of operations. You know, my own personal workshop. I mean, something a factory sized would be, you know, a few thousand square feet. So I'd definitely be able to share spaces like a maker space or something that could, or lease out space to other people who want to make stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. We're still doing our roller skating hovering thing here. Classic rock stations have recently updated to the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Oh, I was listening to a station that I listened to back in college. Mind you, that was early 2000s. But yeah, listening to them back in college, and they're playing the same music. So essentially they are pretty much classic rock because they're still playing the same music. They never updated their library. I have that suspicion. I mean, I know it's like the easy way out. You buy the music once. I don't know how radio stations work, but you buy the music once, and as time goes on, you go from like new rock to classic rock to oldies, just because you never swap out the media. Oh, hey, look, we made it all the way over to the other section. So now I'm in the green screen section. Hello, chat. You are right here. Okay, now can we destroy it? We should be able to destroy the camera now. Oops, if I click on here. That did not work. We did not, in fact, destroy the camera. We could spawn another one, though. No, we cannot. We can only have one. I know why. Oh, that is very unfortunate. I think I just destroyed my control script. Whoops. I destroyed the wrong object. I destroyed the wrong object. We don't want to destroy the game object. We want to destroy this camera. There. That'll fix that. Yes, that'll fix that. We destroyed the wrong object. Yeah, no, that was my Wisco fact. I'm gonna write that down that I did a so today's Wisco fact was what was it called? Sunshine Studios? We'll just call it Recording Studio. Yeah. Okay, so since we're here in the factory, let's see what it looks like in the factory. I know that sounds interesting, silly. There. So we switch to the follow camera. It does the whip around thing because that's how we have bouncing between Cinemachine cameras. So now we can go like way the heck out here. Hello. Ooh, that looks nice with the spooky lights. Oh, what we were going to add was the volume settings. You can see them on the other side of the screen. We can do focus tracking. And then I assume we can turn off said focus tracking. Should be able to. Now, theoretically, we will be able to destroy this camera. This camera that is tracking us, going in between objects and running all over the place. Hi. Ooh, whoa, what was that? What was that? We got some collisions going on here. Ta-da! I like this. Bam. It worked. It worked. We destroyed the camera we just placed down. And if we want to see what the camera looks like, let's walk away from it a little bit. Go to first person mode. Where'd it go? It's dark in here, of course. How are we supposed... Oh, I know how we're supposed to. Where is it? It's floating in the air. There it is. We got a camera tripod. Right. Where is it? Right over there. Floating in the air. Use two-hand tracking. So we can get rid of it, or we can turn it off this way if we can get it in the middle of our grab range. There it is. Man, this warehouse is dark. I need a all lights on toggle, which I thought I did. Nope, I do not. Okay, so we'll switch back out of here, which puts us back into this camera. Puts us back into this camera. We destroy this camera, and now we are back in our third person follow cam. Ta-da! We did stuff. Not bad. And we are going to have to call it a night here, too. Toggle the follow button. That we do want to do. Before I forget, oh, we should probably end that. So before I forget, where's that camera? Where did I put you? Well, if you notice, we were blessed down here by the restore up tooltip. I know it is 10 p.m. my time, unfortunately. Camera, where did I put you? Dun. Drop cam. There you go. Oh, which one were we using? We were using that one, but we're spawning that one. So we didn't use this one anyways. Post stuff. No, control lights. Let's use drop cam. Drop cam. Nope, not that one. Not that one. I can't see what I'm doing here. You. Go away. You, drop cam. Oh gosh, you're way out there. You are part of Where are you? We gotta fix our drop cam. Drop cam. Looking at our rusties. Very spookily looking at our rusties. Put you like right about there. Perfect. Priority 15. Focal length. Definitely not 7. What? Oh, we got an incoming ad break. We're going to snooze that. We're going to snooze that because we probably won't make it. Get the spot at 24. Look at target. We want to look at camera player root. And then we're going to add Cinemachine. Oh my goodness. Look at all these beautiful Cinemachine things. Wow. Oh, I wonder if the dolly cart is a hypothetical dolly cart and not something that'll show up in game. Okay, we need Cinemachine volume settings. I think that's what we wanted. Ooh, which one is it? Post processing or is it volume settings? Volume settings. That way we can be in focus. If we want to be. I don't know if we want to be. But I want to be able to turn this on and off. So I'm at least going to add it so I don't forget. And I should really be searching for stuff more instead of volume settings, focus tracking, look at target. Requires active depth of field override in the profile. We're going to use, oh no, which post stuff? Which post stuff are we using? Come on. We're using post stuff profile 4. I don't know why we're using profile 4, but here we are. And I want to be able to turn this on and off. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to be looking at the target. So theoretically, this depth of field and stuff will be where we want it to be. There, we're aperture 20, so we'll definitely be in focus. I think I did that on purpose. So it would override. It would override and not be super blurry. You know, let's make it a... Oh yeah, definitely. We gotta hide the background a little bit here. Let's make it like a 6. Let's make it a 5.6. So it's like a real camera. Save. I have to adjust the warehouse lights. It is super dark in there. Add that to my to-do list. Toggle between lighting. Oops. You go away. Are we in the office? Nope, wrong office. Are we in here? Here. Hello. Did our camera get tilted? Or is that just us? Did we get tilted? Good question. Good question. Bam. There we go. There, now we can run around without the focal length being super distorted. And we're wait, focus. I think we're in focus. Yes. Okay. So that volume script is doing what it's supposed to. It is keeping us. Hi. Hello. You got any games on your phone? Or how about I threw up? Oh no, I threw up. But yes, it is keeping us in focus, which is great. Great. And I want to be able to toggle that on and off. Okay. There's our really bright light right here. I think a zoom on this thing would be kind of neat too. But I think we're doing just fine. We're going to snooze that again. We've been blessed. Can I go over to it? Can I go over to it? No, I'm going to chase this restore up all over the screen here. Follow camera. So I want to be able to toggle the follow on and off so I can just walk from edge to the screen. You know, well, edge to the screen, from edge to edge. Fixed camera position. I also want a overhead camera so we have a map view. All sorts of fun stuff like that. But we need to call it a night. And I might just run. No, I'm a slouch. You can't make me. You can't make me. You know what? We are going to go pester Dead Son. He just started. Just started. Got to check my batteries. Ugh. There, I did stretch. I don't know if you could hear my spine crickling. But I'm checking for batteries here. I'm not finding anything. Okay. But Dad. Man, I can really zoom when I hit that hold that shift button. I'm excited to get these going. Where am I? Where am I? To get this whole pile active and clickable and everything. I think that'll be a lot of fun. They don't ask, they just grab your phone. They do. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. They do just grab the phone. We're trying to train our little ones not to do that. We are going to raid the Dead Son. I'm going to raid the Dead Son. There's a raid or raid 2. There we go. Rusty raid. I'm going to use a rusty raid. We got a motor. My computer's sounding a little well fade. I like that even better. I like that even better. I'm gonna use that one too. Yeah. Oh, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Let's go poke Dead Son. All right. Raid. Do raid.